ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So before going to the Jagriti Yatra, I just want to quote a saying by Steve Jobs. You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust the dots while somehow connect in your future. So why am I exactly quoting is that Jagriti Yatra is one such place where my dots connected very beautifully. Right now we are in Vidyashala and you wouldn't know, actually this is one instance which is a dot for yourself, but you wouldn't know that the dot would be connecting until you leave this place. Because I'm alumnus of Vidyashala, once I leave this place, I know how my dots have connected about Vidyashala, and Jagriti Yatra was one such experience where my dots connected very beautifully. And okay, talking about the population of India, it's right now, before 1 week we had the census and it's 140.76 crore. And should we laugh about that or should we be serious about that fact? Serious, right? So how do we stand out of that crowd? There are 140.76 crore population in this country, and how do we stand out of that crowd? So to stand out of that crowd, we have to bring some change, and to bring that change, you have to be that change, right? Can we have an activity? Can we have a round of applause, a louder one applause? Can you all start clapping? More louder. More. And this round of applause was for yourself. This round of applause was for yourself, for being the future change makers. One second. So this is the after movie of Jagriti Yatra. How many of you know Hindi here? Everyone knows Hindi. So just be conscious about the lyrics because that has more sense in it. So be conscious about the lyrics.
भारत के कोने कोने से आई ये टोली, फिर चली भारत के कोने कोने। थोड़े से बेखबर थोड़े मनमौजी निकल पड़े इस देश की छुपी शक्तियों से रूबरू होने।
हमने अपने दिल में जो सोचा है वो तो होगा। were driven to the villages of India. And I was so fascinated with that.
1 lakh meals means you have to cook 11 tons. 11,000 kg you have to cook.
Number one, we need to mobilize the government. Number two, we need to mobilize the people. Number three, we need to mobilize ourselves.
फिर से उड़ चले, अब यारो चलो, रफ्तार ली अपने पैरों तले, अब यारो चलो, मिल बैठे सारे मन चले, अब यारो चलो, लाने देश भर में उद्यमी ज़लज़ले, अब यारो चलो। ये चलती फिरती पाठशाला की हमने गजब से, जो कुछ सीखा हमने सीखा मिलके सबसे। दिन बीते रात और रात से बदले दिन, साथ मिलके हमने सीखा कि हर सपना है मुमकिन।
और कोई इंसान सड़क के किनारे मर जाता है, ये ठंड नहीं है, ये कपड़े की कमी है।
अब जाएंगे सब दूर दूर, बदलेंगे देश की तस्वीर अपने अनोखे ढंग से। इस देश के अमृत काल को मनाएंगे और सजाएंगे अपने नए रंग से। एक नई यात्रा की होने जा रही है शुरुआत, और जो यात्रा खत्म हुई लगती है बस कल की बात।
Next slide. What do you think about the video? So, how many like traveling here? How many are interested about entrepreneurship? How many like dancing? How many like traveling in train? And you get to experience every single thing in this journey. One single journey, you get to experience everything. And why exactly do we need Jagriti Yatra? What was the purpose of Jagriti Yatra? Two perspectives which I have understood is that one is Gandhi's perspective. So when Gandhi came back in 1915 back from Africa, he took an oath to go around India, understand what's the actual condition of India, and then start implementing. So that's one basic perspective. Here we are going around India, trying to understand the condition in Tier 2 and Tier 3. Tier 2 and Tier 3 are places where there are not much facilities, districts, Tier 2 and Tier 3 districts, where we are traveling around Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, trying to understand the condition and helping implement something. So that's one perspective, and the second perspective is getting out of your comfort zone. So what's getting out of comfort zone? So to be an entrepreneur, it's not just that you start building a company, you will become an entrepreneur. You can become an employer, but not an entrepreneur. So to be an entrepreneur, you have to go out there, dance with stranger, go bungee jumping, do all the things to get out of your comfort zone. Basically, be a karma yogi. So that's one perspective, and the other thing about Jagriti Yatra is the diversity you get to see there. So you're traveling to this one place where you get to meet people from every single state of the country and people from more than 20 countries at a single place. Where in which single place where can you experience this? Have you been to any place where you can meet people from every country? I mean, not every country, every state. You have been? Huh? वैसा नहीं, event में. And this is such a place where you can meet people from every single state and people from more than 20 countries and people of like-minded. And people are open-minded and ready to learn something. They are open-minded, and if you are an engineer and someone is a doctor, the doctor is ready to listen to an engineer. That's something called open-minded. And imagine going on a journey where 500 people are open-minded. So what was our route map? So basically, we started from Mumbai. And our second stop was Kanyakumari, then Madurai, Bangalore, Chennai, Visakhapatnam. So basically, we touched all the three sides of the ocean. And coming to the structure of the whole train, the train was called Jagriti Express, which started from Mumbai and ended back in Mumbai. So 18 bogies, 18 complete bogies is for Jagriti Yatris of Jagriti. So what was the structure? What was the structure of the train? So the first bogie was the storage cabin, and the second bogie was the gents washroom, and AC chair, not the AC chair car. How many know what's chair car? Right, the chair car was converted into a bathroom where we can take bath. It's cold water bath, and after you pass Odisha, you can't take bath. The temperature would be less than 3 degrees, so you cannot take bath. And the third bogie was pantry, fourth and fifth was for staff, until the 10th bogie was gents bogie. And the next two bogies were AC chair car, where our sessions related to entrepreneurship used to go on. And the other two bogies were for the crew member who were there to help us along the journey. They were previous yatris, some were resource people, some were yatrapreneurs. Entrepreneurs in the yatra are called yatrapreneurs. And the next remaining bogie was ladies bogie, and the last bogie was ladies washroom, ladies bathroom. So our journey started from Mumbai. We were there a day before itself in Mumbai, got to know few yatris, and it was 24th of December 2022 when the journey started. It started in Mumbai. The first day was the orientation session. So we got to meet Chetna Sinha. How many of you know who's Chetna Sinha? Can we play that video?
I'm Chetna Sinha from Mandeshi. I've started a women's bank, first rural women's bank in India. Was started because women wanted to do savings. They said that we want to save for different things, like for the children's education. 20 years before, the banks were not opening the accounts. They just want to do savings, so then why not start a bank? We are the first bank to launch a pension fund for rural women. Never provide poor solutions to poor people. Even if they are not educated, they will use the smartphone. They come to the business school, they take the courses of financial literacy and business development and run their business and scale their business. Microfinance industry is huge in India. It's $20 billion industry. Why has it been successful? Because these women, they took a loan, repaid in time, and proved that we are bankable. People talk about innovation a lot at REF. And you get all these venture capitalists, social impact investor, all these people. Investment has to go to the fractured world. Listen to people. Listen to the common person who has been in the field for the years, working hard work. That's how you create the shared futures.
So we are on this ambitious journey, traveling around India, trying to understand the rural India and help the rural India. And one thing, one point to emphasis on is don't give poor solution to poor people. They might be illiterate, but they are not dumb. They understand things better than us. So do not give poor solution to poor people. And for an instance, what happened is one lady, old lady who came on the yatra from this organization, she didn't know how to use smartphone, but before the yatra ended, she knew how to use digital marketing. So you can understand what the kind of mindset they have, and they are ready to learn. So do not give poor solution to poor people. That's one thing we were emphasized on. And our orientation session happened. And imagine we are in one such place, we are too overwhelmed, meeting 500 people from different parts of country. And one thing is that every single person, basically people to yatris are selected based on the diversity, and every single person is from different background, is working in different field. For example, I am working in blockchain network, blockchain technology. So like that, someone is working as an industrialist, someone is working as a pastry cake, someone is working as a instructor in Andaman, and there people were from different background, and that was one thing. And if you go to any event, you would be if you are introducing to someone, the basic thing would be even the same. The intro of the other person would be almost same, but here every person has a different intro, and you are getting to learn different things from different people. So basically, community is the teacher here. Every single person has something to teach you here. So, okay, that night we got onto our train. One thing was, till the night our train wasn't confirmed. We didn't know that we would actually get the train. They are literally scared us that we wouldn't get the train. But finally we got the train on 24th night, and 25th we were on the train. We had to reach Kanyakumari on 26th, and on 25th we were on the train. And we had groups of 20 were made, and each group had 3 cohorts, 2 cohorts of boys and 1 cohort of girls. So we had a session to do. That session was called Lifeline event. So what we had to do is basically sketch out our lifeline. So what had basically happened in our life from our birth till the situation. So this is the expectancy which we'll have. We think that our life would be this kind of graph, a straight graph, where there will be no failures, or we would just think that our graph would be like this. But this is the kind of graph we actually get when we sit down and sketch the graph. I am just 20, you are 14 to 18, and we would just have 1 or 2 such setbacks, that's all. And these are the setbacks which teach us the most. And to reach this point, we need these setbacks. These are the setbacks which teach us the most. So don't be fixated that you would always want to have that straight graph. It's better to have this kind of graph in your life where you get to learn from those setbacks. Be open-minded about your setbacks, where if you have a setback somewhere, if you fail somewhere, just know that there is something you can learn from that failure which will make you reach these tops. And that were a few photos of the session which was happening. You can see me sitting here on the top, and that's how our session was going on. We were discussing our whole lifeline, sitting in the bogies, compartments of the bogies. That was our AC chair car where sessions related to entrepreneurship was going on. And on 26th, we were in Kanyakumari. Afternoon, we were in Kanyakumari and it was raining. And imagine 500 people, every single person is open-minded, it's raining. Every single person is like-minded and open-minded. What could stop them? Definitely rain didn't stop us from reaching to that point and enjoying. And reaching to that point. So we reached Kanyakumari. So what's in Kanyakumari, you would know, Vivekananda Rock Memorial. So our journey started with Vivekananda's philosophy. Vivekananda means youth, right? Vivekananda's philosophy has helped the youth. Our National Youth Day is celebrated on based on Vivekananda's ideologies. So as this journey is basically for youth, our first stop point was at Kanyakumari, where we were shared the ideologies of Vivekananda, and that's the session happening near beach of Kanyakumari. We were sitting on the grass listening to our founder Shashank Mani, and this is Sridhar Vembu. Sridhar Vembu is the founder of Zoo. How many know what's Zoo? Zoo. So Zoo is one of the most valued unicorn of India. Unicorn means $1 billion company, and Zoo is one such company. And this person who came back from abroad still works from a village. Imagine, every single unicorn is based in big metropolitan cities, and this person is so grounded. He still works from a village, being a CEO of such big company. And we got to meet this person, Sridhar Vembu, and that's Vivekananda Rock Memorial. And see, you are in a journey, you have to travel for 15 days. If you don't keep up your energy, you would be drained off the way. Everybody would be bonding. If you cannot keep up that energy, you would feel alone in that journey. So to keep that energy, every single place where we go, we used to dance a lot. Our platform was our DJ stage. Every single place where we go, we used to start dancing. We used to have our own speakers. We used to think that the whole railway platform was our own place, and we used to start dancing there just to keep up our energy. So our dancing started from Kanyakumari, and we only stopped back when we reached Mumbai. And our second stop was in Madurai on 27th of December. So in Madurai, Madurai is known for Madurai Meenakshi Temple, right? So, but we actually got to meet this place called Arvind Eye Care Center. So more than the cause they are doing, their business plan is very amazing. You go to that place, it's like a factory where eye operations are going on. Every single minute, one eye operation is going on. And if you go to that place, and they would, the first question would be, can you afford this operation? Only if we can afford this operation, we can pay for that. If not, it would be operated for free. And the thing is, how many of you are wearing specs here? Spectacles, right? And how many of your grandparents have had an eye operations? And when you go back to a rural area, do you think the rural people can afford this thing, afford an eye operations? No, right? There are lakhs and lakhs of people who cannot afford an eye operation. So Arvind Eye Care is working on that, helping rural people who cannot afford for an eye operation. They are operating them for free. That's the kind of service they are doing. They are not in a loss. That's the fascinating thing about Arvind Eye Care Center. They are just taking from people who can pay, but still they are not in a loss after operating so many people for free. They have a different building for free operation and a different building where they can do paid operations, but the doctors are same. No compromisation in the standards of operation. So Bangalore, after Madurai, it's Bangalore. Yeah, go anywhere in the country, there is one thing about Bangalore. Bangalore is the Silicon City, and the standard of living is very high compared to any other city. You go to Mumbai, you would see people actually staying in a space of this much. Just a space to lay down. That's all the space in Mumbai. But Bangalore, when you come to Bangalore, the standard of living is very high, and everyone is talking about tech. The facilities are very good, and Bangalore is the startup capital, and it's the third largest number of, globally, it's third largest for startups. So we are back in Bangalore. In Bangalore, we got to meet around 60 startups. There was something called Jagriti Enterprise Mela, where 60 startups were there to showcase what they are doing in their company. So that was one thing. We had some panel discussions, which was based on the community building and other things. How many of you regularly watch YouTube? How many of you have seen this person's ad running? Growth School. So this person is Vaibhav Cincinnati. He is actually a previous Yatri, and his startup is listed under top 10 startups of India under LinkedIn. His startup is called Growth School. So we got to meet this person. His energy is so high that anyone close to him would actually would feel that vibe. So that's the kind of energy he has. Vaibhav Cincinnati, we got to meet him. And one thing every Yatri was fascinated about was the railway station we boarded again. There's one station in Bangalore which is a copy of which has a resemblance of Bangalore airport, right? That's the kind of beauty Bangalore is, the tech capital, Silicon City, and every single person is fascinated to be in Bangalore. And you guys should be lucky because we are so close to Bangalore. Anything related to tech startups, entrepreneurship, it's happening in Bangalore. And we have after Bangalore, we were at Sri City. Sri City is close to Chennai, but it's actually in Andhra. There's one PDF of Sri City. So what's actually Sri City? Sri City is an industrial area, but it also has an special economic zone. What's actually a special economic zone means? So you can import anything from other countries, store in the godowns for whatever the time you want, but until you get the goods out of that area, you don't need to pay. You don't need to pay the tax for that, and you can manufacture anything in that area and take that out of that country without paying the tax, if it's only in that special economic zone. And this area is more than 8,500 acres. Every single chocolate you eat, every single AC you find, every single metro you travel in, everything is being manufactured here. Can you go down? These are the few companies which are actually based in that area, special economic zone. Go back to the PPT. So we deboarded at a station called Tada, and we came out of the station, and we were so fascinated to see that there was a convoy to escort us to Sri City back, a kind of presidential convoy to escort us back to Sri City. This is the welcome board, welcome Yatris of Jagriti Yatra. And the session happening there, the factories which we visited, we were given an opportunity to visit. Many of them visited car factories, many visited Cadbury factory, and they even gave us chocolates from those factories. And the most fascinating thing for the Yatris was that most of them were from North India, and they got to experience the taste of South India. And Sri City gave us that kind of food. They got to experience the South Indian taste at Sri City. play this. This is, one second. This is one unofficial video done by one of the yatri's, actually a doctor. Then he joined army. After leaving, he left army, and now he is a traveler and a content creator.
आप सभी को पता है कि मैं जागृति यात्रा के लिए गया। एक मिनट, यहाँ पे भी इंस्पिरेशन और मॉरल लेक्चर ना। मेरी यात्रा में तो इंस्पिरेशन के साथ बहुत सारा फन भी इंक्लूडेड था। प्लेटफॉर्म पर न्यू ईयर पार्टी करना, ट्राइबल पीपल के साथ में ड्रोन उड़ाना, अपनी सबसे फेवरेट कार मिसूरू डी-मैक्स की प्रोडक्शन को देखना, बस के फ्लोर पर नागिन डांस करना।
हाँ, ये कर लो पहले।
अपनी ट्रेन केबिन को पार्टी डिस्को बनाकर डांस पार्टी धम्मड़-धम। और फिर वीडियो स्टार्स के साथ वीडियो कॉल करना, अपनी लाइफ की सबसे बड़ी वाली कठपुतली देखना, तिरंगे के सामने दिल खोल कर ट्रैवल एंथम गाना, ट्रेन के ऊपर ड्रोन उड़ाना, और फिर कंपटीशन में अपनी टीम को विनर बनवाना। हाँ, वो भी 103 डिग्री बुखार में वाइजाग के बीच पर वो 2 सुकून के पल बिताना, और नाच नाच कर बसेस के तो फ्लोर ही तोड़ देना। मैगी वाले भैया की दुकान हड़प कर वहाँ बिरयानी बना के खाना।
जिंदगी हो तो ऐसी हो।
बेंगलुरु का बिल्कुल नया रेलवे स्टेशन देखना, जो कि किसी एयरपोर्ट से बिल्कुल कम नहीं लग रहा था। ट्रेन में और प्लेटफॉर्म पर ये इतने सारे बर्थडे सेलिब्रेशन, देश के अलग अलग जगह के देखे सनसेट्स और सनराइज, रैंडम प्लेटफॉर्म पर फुल टू मस्ती, 2 स्पीकर भी फोड़ दिए हमने।
मुझे क्यों तोड़ा? चलो उठाओ।
ट्राइबल किड्स के स्कूल की इंटरनेशनल लेवल की परफॉर्मेंस ने तो ओ माय गॉड जस्ट नेल्ड इट। और तो और टॉयलेट के कैफे में बैठकर पी चाय। वाह जी, क्या ये सब होता है जागृति यात्रा में? जी हाँ, जब मिल जाते हैं लाइक माइंडेड लोग जो इस देश के लिए कुछ कर गुजरना चाहते हैं, वो भी एक सुपर एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस और विजनरी के साथ।
अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता क्या? कुछ करो ना, कुछ करो ना।
यहाँ दिखाऊंगा वो पार्ट जो या तो आप लोगों ने पर भूल गए, पर मेरे कैमरे ने बहुत कुछ कैप्चर कर लिया। बहुत कुछ है देखने के लिए, तो जागृति यात्रा का फन पार्ट देखने मेरे साथ।
मिलते हैं कल आपसे।
After that, after Sri City, I have left with 5 minutes, so I have to run the slides. We visited Visakhapatnam, which is also called Vizag. So we got to visit Akshay Patra. Akshay Patra is serving the food for all the government-run schools. So basically, we go to eat food, we spend more than 2K on person, but if you pay 1.5K a year, Akshay Patra can serve food for 1 year for these children. Just for 1,500, they can serve food for 1 year for the children. So after that, we had a session in Geetham University about agriculture, about the pantries. I don't have the time for that, sorry. And after that, after Visakhapatnam, it was Berhampur in Odisha. That was 31st of December. We got to visit something called Gram Vikas. Gram Vikas is something like Ramakrishna Mission itself, which is running in a tribal area, where basically the tribal people are helped to come out of their poverty. And this is one school of Gram Vikas, where we spent our night. We got to celebrate our New Year there, and our New Year happened at a railway station platform. The whole railway platform was converted into a DJ stage, where we spent our New Year and celebrated along with the staff, the pantry staff, security who were on the train. That's a picture of tribal people of Odisha. And the next day was on train. On train, we were reaching Rajgir of Bihar, so passing Jharkhand and West Bengal. So that day we were preparing on Bizgantry. Bizgantry is a business plan competition where we try to understand what business can be implemented in rural area. We try to understand the market and help those rural people. This is a picture from Odisha itself where the children's welcomed us and we had a good time with them. And this is one such event happened on train. I co-hosted an event, Web3 meetup on train. So how many of you know what's blockchain technology? So as I'm working on blockchain technology, I'm a contributor in a company called Shardiem. So we were in Sri City. I just pitched an idea to community manager of Shardiem that there are a lot of people who want to know about blockchain technology on train and try to implement in the real life for the rural people. So the next place we reached, Visakhapatnam, there are 30 t-shirts and a banner ready to organize this event. So basically, we organized the meetup on 1st of January. That was the first meetup for 2023 all over world. And it was the first Web3 meetup on train where we discussed what's actually blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is not just about cryptocurrency, which many people have that perspective. Web3, what's Web3? Web3, all the applications which you're using right now, it's actually Web2, but future applications will be implemented on Web3 for the security purpose. And there are a lot of use cases like decentralized app, decentralized autonomous organization. I can take on that some other time. And on 2nd January, we were at Rajgir. Rajgir, how many of you know what's Nalanda University? So Nalanda University is one of the world's most oldest universities started by Buddhists, where people from all over the world came there to learn. So we got to visit that place, try to understand what's the actual curriculum that was being taught at Nalanda University. This is the new Nalanda University and Sanchi Stupa, which is also in Rajgir of Bihar. And the next day we were in Deoria of UP. It's in border of Nepal, Bihar, and this is our main place. This is the peak point of our Jagriti Yatra, where we actually stay there for one night and we pitch our idea. Imagine staying in a place where we were actually, the girls were staying in a home which had no walls, and we were staying in a school which also had no floor, no walls, and the temperature is less than, it's dipping to 3 degree, 4 degree, and we had to sleep in that situation and also pitch our idea. Whatever, we had to go around the villages, talk to the villagers, try to understand if they are okay with the idea, if that can be implemented in the rural area, and we pitch our idea. There were different sectors. I was in agriculture sectors. There were different sectors like that, technology, art, sports. Based on the sectors, they had to pitch their idea to the jury. And in the next day, we were on, half of the day we were on train. On 5th January, we reached Delhi. And finally, after Odisha, after 3 days, I am taking bath. I am running from place to place, trying to find a place to take bath. And I finally took a bath. And in Delhi, we got to visit something called Gunj. Play this video. This one's good.
Normally, whenever we talk about donation, we give what we have. We don't give what people need. And that's the gap we wanted to fill. The idea was to start a movement where the underutilized urban material can be channelized to the people in need, not with charity, but with a lot of dignity. My name is Anshu Gupta, and I run this movement, social enterprise called Gunj. 20 years back, I met this person who used to pick up unclaimed dead bodies. This person's statement that in winters his work goes up. And I thought that it is happening because of cold. Until I realized that it is actually not because of cold but lack of clothing. It's a highly preventable death or suffering. At Gunj, we collect anything and everything which can be reused. Cloth, utensil, footwear, furniture, old wash basin, pipe fittings, fans. When this material comes to our center, it goes through a very rigorous process. It goes through repairing, washing. After that, it is converted into various kits. Not even a single inch of cloth will go waste. Then it goes to the remotest possible part of the country, especially in the villages and in the slums. There is this pond which is completely closed for the last 10 years. Now these hundreds of villages have taken it up. They will clean it up so that the water recharge happens in the process. Cleaning of this one big pond will take care of the livelihood of people, they take care of the livestock and the daily needs of people. With their own labor, people work on it, and then after a few days of work, with a lot of respect, they receive these kits. It can be given in a very dignified way. We need to be thankful to every single person who is using our second-hand material, because that person gives respect and second life to something on which we have put in a lot of emotions and have a lot of hard-earned money.
अंशु गुप्ता ऐसा सेइंग, कोई आदमी सड़क पे मर जाते हैं वो ठंड से नहीं कपटों से कमी से. So what clothing is a basic necessity. Clothing shouldn't be deprived. It's just like water, shelter, anything else. So if someone is dying because of the clothing, that's a basic necessity and that should be served. So that purpose is serving, and it's a profitable business. I can't call it a business, but it's a NGO and is running it profitably. And we were in Rajasthan. There's a place called Barefoot College. There's a TED talk by a person called Bankar Roy. He's a founder of Barefoot College. You should listen to him. Listen to that TED talk. It's a 20-minute TED talk, and there are more than 100 colleges, degree colleges in cities, every city, and there is no single university or college that is actually helping to build a rural India, and this person is doing that. People from rural area from all over the world come to Barefoot College or Barefoot College go to places, interior places of Afghanistan, Africa, and teach them basic things like solar, water, and other things. Lot of villages of Afghanistan, Africa, Ladakh has solar power in their village because of this person called Bankar Roy, and they don't give a certificate for learning the skill in Barefoot College. And I had a wonderful experience in Barefoot College. We got to experience the Rajasthani culture, and that is Aruna Roy. She's an IAS. She's an IAS, and Bankar Roy graduated from one of the topmost college of India. But both decided to come to an interior place of Rajasthan called Tilonia and start something called Barefoot College. These are the old ladies. They are actually building solar-powered lamps. They are building solar-powered cookers. All these products I have started from the scratch, and they have built this alone. Last place, after Tilonia, we reached Ahmedabad. That was our last day of journey. We got to visit Sabarmati Ashram. The yatra is completely based on, my perspective is that, one of the perspectives is that the yatra is based on Gandhi philosophy, where we try to understand India. So we visited Sabarmati Ashram. We had a good time there, and our last stop was at Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, where we had the closing ceremony. And the next day was everybody. All of the people who are from north left from Ahmedabad, and we came back to Mumbai the whole night. We didn't stop dancing. The railway staff had to come to us and ask us to bring the heat down. We started dancing from around 12 p.m. of 7th January, and we couldn't stop until we reached Mumbai. That's the kind of energy. We have already finished 15 days of journey and still we cannot stop. That's the kind of like-minded people we were there. Thank you. And do I still have time, Swamiji? Yeah.
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Many of the alumnus say that you know the value of Vidyashala after leaving the Vidyashala. What was the experience in your perspective?
I had one setback in Vidyashala itself that taught me a lot. And every single experience, whatever you're doing every single day, is teaching you something, but you wouldn't realize until you go out of here, because you wouldn't be sitting down somewhere trying to understand what you're doing actually. Try to sit down sometime, try to understand what you're doing, and you would come to a point to understand that what you're actually doing in Vidyashala, but you would understand once you leave the Vidyashala. But just enjoy the journey you're having right now. Don't miss out anything. You're having a good experience here which other colleges won't provide you.
Sir, is the places you visit, they take you, are they same everywhere or they change it?
No, 99% they are same everywhere. When we go to Sri City, they might either take us to Sri City, or parallelly there's a place called Sri Harikota where all the rockets get launched. Either Sri Harikota or Sri City. It's same every day. I mean same every year, and the dates are also same.
Sir, what is the criteria of getting into this yatra? How can we apply?
Basically, you need a motivation to be on this yatra, and there will be one question. The question would be what you can bring to the rural community of India, what you can serve them, and your motivation for the future, what you're ready to do in the future. That's one question, and there'll be similar question like the foreign university ask you, the essay kind of question. You need to fill that up. If you need to be a facilitator, there'll be a personal interview which you have to clear.
Sir, actually, who bear the responsibility of this whole yatra, and who was sponsoring for you?
That point I'll come. This yatra started in 1997 called Azad Bharat Yatra from someone called Shashank Mani. Shashank Mani is from UP, and after 2008 it was structured into something called Jagriti Yatra. From 2008 to now, till now it was the 15th yatra, until now it's called Jagriti Yatra. Before that it was called Azad Bharat Yatra. The founder is Shashank Mani, and many companies have sponsored in the process, like Rolls-Royce, Tata, now Zoho, and every single year Coca-Cola is sponsoring the water. We had no water to take bath, but we had water every time to drink, the bottles, the cans every time. And we had enough water, water cans of Coca-Cola that we could take bath. Coca-Cola means Kinley. Kinley is a product of Coca-Cola. We had so many bottles that we could actually take bath in that, but nobody did. Actually, someone did.
Sir, what is the inspiration you got from this yatra?
As I emphasized in the early, first point was that I got sensitized about the condition of this country, the rural part of the country, what's actually happening in the rural part. If you come to the South India, there are a lot of developments in the rural part of India, but when you go back to the North India, the North Indian villages are not that developed. I got sensitized about that point, got to know the condition, and every single person, it's a community of like-minded people, and every single person in this journey will inspire you. And community is the inspiration for me, as I'm a community builder.
Sir, can you tell something about this Yatri train? Is it only used for yeah, this yatra journey, or is it also available for common people to use?
No, once the journey starts from Mumbai, nobody would be allowed to get into that train. It would be called Jagriti Express until it starts from Mumbai and until it reach back Mumbai. The train, nobody would be allowed to enter the train. There would be securities who would be looking after the train every time, and nobody would be allowed to enter the train.
Sir, how did you exactly get the idea of this yatra, sir, to start this yatra?
Actually, as I'm exploring a lot of opportunities in entrepreneurship field, going on attending many events as I've attended two in IIM Bangalore, and one of my faculty told me about this ambitious journey for youths. So from my faculty, I got to know about this journey, and I did my own research, and I applied for this.
So, like, what did you like the most? What thing did you like the most in this yatra? Especially, what did you learnt in this yatra, from this yatra?
One point, as I pointed it out, the condition of the India, the true condition of the India, I got sensitized about this. And there are few particular people who have taught me a lot. One person is Vikram and the other person is Rahul Sharma. We had two speakers. Imagine the kind of community we had. What happened was, actually, when we were on the journey, we used to dance all the time, but at a point of time, the speakers broke, and to keep up that initiative, so one person called C.A. Rahul Sharma, he started something called Jagriti Janmanch, where within 1 hour, he raised more than 20,000 of foundation to just to get to the speaker, so that we can dance. But the speaker just costed us around 7,000. The rest of the amount was donated to an NGO, and at the end of the journey, even the speaker was donated back to an NGO. That was just one incident which inspires me, because every single person in the community will have a different story which will inspire you. I can bring 100 stories of that kind which will inspire you people, inspire me and everyone.
Thank you, Chirag. Shri Chirag started his talk with a very different but interesting activity, following with a video based on Jagriti Yatra. And a very important point he covered was, traveling will make you understand the world. He also mentioned about the people he has derived more inspiration from, and the people he had got chance to meet with the journey. And then briefly explained about each and every major place they visited. And few really interesting facts about Shri City. And truly, Jagriti Yatra was awesome. Well, it was a real tough, hardcore, adventurous and knowledgeable journey. Now, we would like to present a token of love from the part of Sri Ramakrishna Vidyashala. Thank you, Chirag. Now we would like to end the session with Shanti Mantra.
Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
The review sheets will be collected in second night study.